Talent's ready.
Ready to rock?
The widow has a low center of gravity, you know, so she takes you out from behind, and you never see it coming.
Scarlett did a lot of training and dieting and, you know, to do that, so I feel like I would have needed to be prepared.
I just ate donuts, so it was no problem. I mean, the metal covered everything, so I just let it all happen.
I had a good excuse to do a lot of cardio.
Okay, give me a smooch for good luck. I might not make it back.
Go get him, boss.
You complete me?
First of all, I was probably just all hopped up on coffee and excited about my custom suit.
It just felt like Groundhog Day in a way. We were just all back together and ready for more and ready for the challenge.
I am Iron Man. The suit and I are one.
Contrary to popular belief, I know exactly what I'm doing.
What?
My experience of the success of the first film was surprise and relief. You know, I think we really felt like we believed in ourselves and we knew the movie that we were trying to make.
I'll never forget it. It changed my life. People started showing up. I remember Jon Favreau and I were driving around to theaters, and they kept rolling over Iron Man into other theaters, kind of like watching, watching the train schedule change.
Robert and I, last time, we'd go from theater to theater and either sneak in the back, or sometimes we couldn't help ourselves. We'd go in and say hi to everybody and welcome the show and blow people's minds.
Mr. Stark displays textbook narcissism. Agreed?
It was great when I came to do the first Iron Man that they wanted me in it, and you know that I was able to do it, and it all worked out, and it was such a good experience.
I did love the first Iron Man so much. I thought it was so charming and funny and romantic and explosive and all of those things that you want this genre to be.
But I guess people reacted as much to me and the character and Gwyneth, and the whole idea was there was just a tone to the movie that people enjoyed.
Developments in the story, there are other characters that are changing dynamics, and Pepper gets a promotion. The notary's here.
Front and center.
I'm sorry, he's very eccentric.
I want one.
No. The nice thing was the new people. You know, it was nice to have a girl on set.
We got really, really lucky. I mean, you know, basically I came into, day 2 of shooting or whatever, and she was like, "Thank God you're here."
It was great to have Mickey Rourke there to scare my children.
He's not just your stereotypical meanie.
I knew I needed somebody with a lot of screen presence to balance out Downey. I knew I needed somebody with that type of, level of danger, so that you knew you could be funny in the movie, but you still knew something bad could happen. And Mickey was the guy that I kept turning him over in my brain.
They still had to fight for me to do it for particular other reasons, and that was fine too. And that even made me want to do it a little bit more.
My father is the reason you're alive.
The reason I'm alive is because you had a shot, you took it, you missed.
Did I?
To have the level of actors that John cast in this movie, it was crazy. I mean, it was really, you just felt so lucky.
And once I had my cast in place, I knew that, it was going to be, something cool was going to happen.
Don Cheadle is one of my favorite actors.
They really welcomed me into the cast and welcomed me into the whole process.
It was great, great fun, I have to say.
Of course I'm enjoying it. It's nice to be It's nice to be out in front of something that works.
And it was just nice to get back with that group of people.
It's nice to have a second chance with like a new generation of filmmakers and people that are coming up.
It's kind of great to get the experience on this film of being introduced to this whole world.
It was like too delicious to pass up that offer, really.
I had on what she had on earlier.
Didn't work out.
It just wasn't, I guess, appropriate.
The ridiculous thing about it is that, you know, just 5 minutes before you're all sitting around eating salami sandwiches, and then suddenly, like, there you are, you know, the Black Widow in action, like, taking down 12-minute once, and then, you know, cut, and then we're all back there with our lattes, like, sipping, standing around the monitors and stuff.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for building up the anticipation. And so the trick with these movies is how do you show enough stuff to get people excited?
So often, everybody works for, you know, a couple years to try to put out a product, and then it kind of isn't very good.
In any film, it takes a huge, you know, sort of an army to pull it off.
Because Robert did such a great job, I thought the movie kind of took off on his energy, his what he brought to the table, you know, his talent, his humor, his unpredictability, the fun. He's very loose as an actor, and it was enjoyable to watch him in this kind of movie.
He's a beacon for other actors to want to work with, so that's great. So I think all the actors, you know, Gwyneth included, I don't think would have been on board had he not been the star in the first film.
Having Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man and as Tony Stark, I think you get to take advantage of what is just naturally Robert.
Could we pick up now where we left off? Mr. Stark, please.
Yes, dear.
Could I have your attention?
Absolutely.
Our priority here is to have you turn over the Iron Man weapon to the American people.
Well, you can forget it.
We're safe. America is secure. You want my property? You can't have it. But I did you a big favor.
I have successfully privatized world peace.
It's very Tony Stark, isn't it, to admit that he is Iron Man and to sort of fold in that alter ego.
It brings up the question, was he smart to have done this or not, you know? And he's up against quite a bit, both externally and internally, from the start.
We're adjourned for the day. You've been a delight.
I think if there was a success in John and mine's and the Marvel folks' tack on the sequel, it was that we start Tony already kind of in a big whack-a-mole situation.
It was a clever choice to make because of what you say, that, you know, it's not the standard choice. It's usually about a secret identity.
He feels that he can be direct and honest with the public, and that's going to serve him. Truth be told is, it kind of does, and it also starts bringing some strange characters from his family's past looking for him.
You come from a family of thieves and butchers.
My girlfriend's Russian, and she only made fun of my accent. She goes, "I can't understand the word you're saying." I go,